Hey, how you guys doing? Hi, Vehicle X. Yeah, so tutorial on this mansion. So before we begin this, I just want to let you know there's a link in the description to the original designer. This is obviously based off of his design, so go to his channel and check it out. But I've had so many requests. I don't know if people just don't follow links or what, but this is obviously just a little bit different than the original designer's design. So, but because it is different, we're going to go ahead and do it. So we're just basically going to do the house. If you guys want to make a basement like you've seen in my other videos, go ahead. As far as the decorating and chest design, you'll want to do that. But all we're going to be doing is building the house. It does take some time to do this, so yeah. As far as materials, you're going to need 2 stacks of spruce, and you're going to need 4 to 6. Now, I'm just guessing. You'll probably also need at least a stack and a half of sandstone for the roof. Now you don't have to use sandstone, but if you're on the 360 you can use a sandstone generator, and if you guys know about JL 2579, he actually just released a design for actually the latest snapshot if you guys are looking to make a bunch of sand. So yeah, anyway, what you're going to need to do is make a 19 by 28 hole that's just one down, and yeah, fill it in with your birch, and then come onto this side and put 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then same over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then you want to dig this out and replace it with spruce as well, and you just want to go around the entire edge of this. So on this side you're going to want to, including this block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then the same on this side. And then we're going to be putting the fireplace in. Now you don't have to use, if you don't have the material, you don't have to use bricks, but you can use stone brick. It does look pretty decent, and then when you actually get that material, enough clay, you can actually put it in with brick. So yeah, anyway, go around the entire perimeter. Just like that. So once you've done that, I mean, what we're going to basically do is just, I'm going to do 1/2, and then you guys just, it's the same, both sides are exactly the same, it's completely symmetrical. So from here you want to go 3 up. Now if you're on survival, obviously you're going to need some scaffolding. So this is the basic design of the entire house. It's basically like this. There's plenty of ways to make scaffolding and all that to get up and down from this, but it is going to be required if you're doing this on survival. But that is the bottom floor, and you want to do the same on this side. So just like that. And then for this wall, you want to just go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Same thing, skip 4 over. It's technically on the 5th one. You're correct if you actually can fit 3 panes of glass across this. That'll let you know that you are actually at 19, which makes it completely symmetrical. Yeah. So this back wall is a little different. Me and Thomas like the rooms to be a little bigger, and we use 1 staircase. So for this one, you're going to want it to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which should leave you with a spacing of 4 panes of glass, like that. So yeah, you just repeat this same thing on the other side, and yeah, go ahead and repeat that, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so now that you have this, I'm just going to recommend before you start building this that things will start spawning in here. So what I usually do is I come in and put torches, say here, something like this. On this bottom floor, because once we start sealing this off, it will actually start spawning mobs. So you definitely want to light it up. Yeah, you can actually just place them on the ground if you want to and move them later, but if you don't want anything spawning in here, you'll want to start lighting this up before we seal up these rooms. So the next step is to get our room sizes together. So from here you're gonna want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that. Build another window design, except for this one only needs to be 4. So you should have enough room to put 2 panes of glass like that, and then like this. Then you're going to want to just bring this across. We will be reusing most of this material if you're actually on, survival. So a lot of this is just to get your markings. So like, alright, once you have this, you'll probably want to put the torches down like I have here, just to prevent any mobs from spawning. And yeah, so the next step is to put these here. And this is so we can make the room a little bigger. Yeah, this is how me and Thomas like it. So just like that. Place a torch here. Put, I think, 2 there. Yeah, it's definitely important to light this up as you're building. Otherwise you will have mobs spawning in and they will blow up your stuff. It's nothing worse than building this and then going downstairs and having a creeper get you. So something like that. And of course this is going to be where the door is. And you'll just want to build this up 2 high. And if you're on the PC, you'll want to put just some kind of sub material so you can get your doorway looking like that. Of course this can be birch there. So yeah, this is what you should have for the front. Of course we're going to want to do that. So just like that. This is all going to be part of the deck flooring, so you can actually fill this in with normal material. Like that. So for people on the PC, you're going to have to do this. For people on the Xbox, it doesn't really matter. But 2 up above, so a spacing of 2 here. You want to put solid spruce logs there, and then just delete this material out from underneath it. Just like that. So just as another recommendation, I'd come around the back here and light it all up if you got the torches. If you don't, the outside's not quite as important as the inside. But yeah, just having it lit up to make sure things don't spawn. I've actually had creepers spawn by the windows and blow me up through the window. I don't know if it's a glitch or what, but yeah, just simply putting some torches along here and stuff will make that not happen to you. So this deck, just want to build it out. It's going to be part of our outside deck. Obviously on survival you'd be holding shift or crouching to do that. So here, same thing, we want to just match up the doors. Like that. And since I'm on creative, I'm going to go ahead and just finish this door off. Let's just keep the look. So just like this should be what you'd have. So at this point we can go ahead and come here and build this up. I think I went 3 higher. Let's go ahead and go 4. So something like that. Obviously you wouldn't want to do that in survival, but it won't matter because all this is going to match up at the same. So right here is where our wall is going to be. See, it matches the back part. And this is so you can have the rooms be a little bit bigger Me and Thomas actually were not happy with the size of the rooms from the original tutorial, so we changed that. And so from in here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, it's your choice of where you want the door, but 1, 2, 3, 4, that's where I like them. And then you just want to fill this all in. This wall is obviously going to be filled in solid, and there's going to be a wooden door in there. So same as before, like I was saying, you just want to put some torches here and there. So I'm going to fill this in here in a sec. Something you're going to want to do too is fill all this in. This is all going to be for the second floor. It's a lot easier to do now than it is to build the entire outside. If you're on survival, you can hold shift and just simply build a little scaffolding up, you know, or just use a block and do this, you know. At least that's how I do it. And just build it up, because this is going to be our floor for the second floor. Now, from here on the floor, you're going to want to go 1, 2, and 3, and then bring that all the way in. Then you're going to want to do the same from this side, which is to basically go 3. So 3 and 3, and that will give you your next little balcony that's inside the house. So 3 from here. And then, yeah, so 3. So this will leave you with your balcony, and this is where you're going to have some staircases going. So once this is filled in, this will give you plenty of access. So we're going to do the staircase in a second. Before we do that, obviously, this needs to be dark wood or spruce, like that. And then 1, 2, and 3. And then we'll do the same on this side. That's just so we can remember that it matches up with those. So, yeah, this is pretty much done. We just need the staircase. So, obviously, I'm going to fill this in here in a second, and you want to fill all the rest of this in. But, yeah, let's do our staircase. So, you can do it either way. You can have your staircase going that way. I like mine going this way, though. So, I go 3 from here. So 1, 2, and then 3. And then I'm going to grab some stairs. Now, I like sandstone, but obviously it's your choice what you want. So if we were to go 1, 2, 3, 4 over, this should give us a pretty decent staircase here. What I like to do is this. I just like the way that that looks. Like that. So that would be our staircase to go up and down. So now you won't need any more scaffolding, and then you'd want to repeat the same. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And it'll give you some nice stairs to go up and down on. So yeah, simply filling in the wall and repeating what we've just done. So I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, wrap up this bottom part. Yeah, same here. You just do the same exact thing. Just fill that in. So it is up to you. What we do is we put a door here. I'm not going to do that on this one. You can also put in a window. You can actually match and put windows here if you want. But yeah, you're better off having doors just in case of a mob spawns. In that way, if he's out there, you have another way out. So yeah, basically that. So yeah, I'm just going to finish filling all this in, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so now that we have the floors in, we can go ahead and just repeat the exact same thing we did on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, and then you want to build your window. And just basically copy what you have on the bottom. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Same thing. I'm going to go ahead and do this side with you just in case you guys, in case the first part of this wasn't too clear. Yeah, so we'll just do this side together, and then you guys just repeat it on the other side. There's one thing good about a symmetrical design, I will say. And then your glass. Yeah, I really wish I could come up with a inventory list for you guys so you guys could actually know exactly how much material, but that's what I base it on, is you need a couple stacks of spruce and like 3 to 4 stacks of birch, and it's just a rough guess. Yeah, I myself didn't make this house until we had, like I said, me and Thomas usually build this together, so I would be mining the wood and he would just be building this. So it's actually probably my 4th or 5th, maybe 6th time building this. I just started a new survival world and stopped on it because of the new survival update. But yeah, so same things over here as we did on the bottom. Just basically bring this out, do that, and then same glass, just like that. Same over here. Now this one's a slight bit different. We're going to want to put extra logs there because that's going to be part of the roof design. So yeah, just the same exact thing we just did on the other side. It's really simple and easy. So I'm just going to recommend one more time, go ahead and light it up before you get too far ahead, otherwise things are going to spawn and you don't want that. So yeah, I'd come in here once you get your windows in and put your torches however you like them. They don't have to be like this. Something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing on this side, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Alright, so now that that's done, we can go ahead and just finish this off, and this is going to be part of the roof. So just like that. So yeah, this is all going to be cool looking. So before we start anything else, we're going to go ahead and just get some of this stuff better finished off. So 4 logs. Obviously you'd want to do it from the inside on survival. So like I said, bricks or what's it called, stone bricks will work perfect for this. So we can do the same thing here, just kind of fill this in, kind of match the same pattern we've been doing. And just stop where the chimney is going to be. This is actually really easy to do on survival. Usually I just have some scaffolding going up or even some more stairs. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, so as far as like finishing things off and getting things lit up, definitely want to do that to prevent any kind of mob spawning. So we're going to be starting on the rooms here. So it's the same as the bottom. And then exact same thing on the other side, and then this is wrapped up. So yeah, after you get the wall done, this is going to be your next floor, so you're going to want to do that next. So I'm going to finish all that up and I will see you guys in a sec. Alright, so now one of the more difficult parts, which is the roof. As you can see, it's 2 gables, so we're going to go ahead and do that first, which we're going to need is 1, 2, and 3, and then 2 up, like that. So you'd want to jump off of that, and we're going to want to do the same thing, 1, 2, and 3, then 2 up like that. And then the front design is actually a little bit harder, but not too hard. So two here, oops, two following the door, and then like that, and I believe we're going to want to do that. Go ahead and double check that. Okay, so that part's cool. So as long as you have that, that should give you a nice good start on this. So as far as the roof, kind of difficult but not too bad. Right here, just going to want to do some sandstone or whatever material you want, and then you're going to want to do this like that, and then sandstone. So I believe it's like that. One more over. Yeah, so like that. So we want to do the same on this side. Obviously, you would be doing this from the other direction, you know, from in here on survival, but same concept. Just like that. Alright, so now we just want to go around the sides and do the same exact thing. I'm going to do one side because they're exactly the same, and then we'll finish the rest. So where the actual chimney is, you're just going to want to leave that part out. A matter of fact, we don't even need that area there because that's going to be filled in with brick. We'll do the chimney last. So I should probably actually do this whole roof with you guys, just so you guys can see it. So yeah, you just hold shift, that's what I do, and just go across. I'm obviously doing this faster so that this isn't like a 2-hour long tutorial. And you could use stone bricks, which I've used before. It actually looks pretty nice. And then once I was able to get enough sandstone, I just finished it off. So we just do the same thing. So the skylight is totally optional. I'm going to say that once you get to about this stage, you're going to want to do this seriously, because this place will actually, if you're building it on a sandstone world or even a survival world, it will spawn a lot of mobs, just because it will get so dark in it. Even with a skylight, zombies can run around and not get burned. So just simply lighting up your area like that should be cool. So same thing here. You can see what we're doing is we're making, they call them hips. That's a hip right there. And then it's going to a gable. And that's actual building terminology. So same thing here. Now as far as the rest of the design here, you can see it just spins. So once you come here, you just come back and hook it in. And then you want to do the same thing on this side. For a loft, I gotta say that this house is very, I don't know if you can tell, but Frisbee Assault's a big fan of Skyrim. I like Skyrim myself, especially the PC edition, just so much better. Yeah. Just like that. Same over here, just want to bring it in. Like that. And we can actually start getting some of the design here so that we don't go too far. Alright, so before we get too far ahead, let's get this front pattern finished for you guys that are on survival. So basically it's above the door too, like that, and then birch, and then this like that. Like that, and then that should be it. So yeah, having this little gable to support the next set of roof is pretty important. So it should be looking like that. Oh, wait a minute, I'm missing a piece right there. Let's actually double check that. Oh, looks like we don't need these right here. go. So that actually is perfect right there. So yeah, now that we have that, we can finish off the rest of this roof, which is not very hard. Seriously, it's just simple. I myself, at one time, we had done this, and I had the roof, well, we had the roof done, but we waited a good 3 days worth of game playing before actually finishing off the chimney, because it took us that long to get the clay, which is pretty funny. But yeah, anyway, so same thing, just bring it over here, and we can finish this off. Hopefully this tutorial isn't too hard for people in survival. I mean, I'm kind of like floating around, but seeing how it's done, regardless of where you're standing, it's pretty simple. Getting that front gable is probably the hardest part, getting it to match up and having the right colors and things. Like that. And so this part's optional. The original design, you would just fill this in, but myself, I like to use glass. I really like the way glass looks, and it does give you some extra light during the day. And if you sleep up here, like this is probably the main or master bedroom. If you are using it, having this extra light lets you know if it's daytime and stuff, because there's no windows up here, so it's best to have the little skylight like that. And then just for you guys that may or may not know, you're going to want to light up this areas. I'm just going to do a little bit, but I usually do something like this, and it's to, you know, things will spawn up here, they will jump down on you, especially spiders. So while you're up here, you might as well get it torched up as well. And of course you can put it on the glass if you like to. Alright, so I don't have enough time to finish off the tutorial, but I am going to show you the chimney and stuff. Obviously torching the place off. If you guys do want to make a basement like mine, I made mine 4 tall. This is the basic design of the chimney. The bottom, you can see it a lot better. And then of course we'll look at the top here, and you can see that it's a netherrack that's been lit on fire in here. And that's the basic design. It's basically a 3 by 3, or I'm sorry, 3 by 4, and then you just chip out the front to give it that little pattern. And then I got, you know, there's the option of having a window here or a door. I prefer the door. And then I cut the inside out so you guys could see this is the top layer. So it doesn't really matter how high, you can actually make it lower. Like that one's a little lower than this one. I made this one up 1 higher. But yeah, I mean, just basically just showing you guys a little bit. As far as the decorations, you know, you guys should just use your own imaginations to how you want to decorate it. I usually go for function and storage. I don't really go for, you know, Thomas puts a big huge bed here that looks really cool. I'll actually show it to you. So something like this, half slabs with a bed. Looks really nice, this particular setup with the, you know, you can just copy this. Looks really nice with the natural texture pack on the 360. But yeah, you can see I have a tutorial if you guys want to look it up. It's called the 2 wide good guy door, and you can just put it right in on this, no problem. And of course hide the circuitry underneath with like a crafting table. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have. I mean, it really is just putting doors and things on, you know. As you can see, places that I didn't light up spawned. Now this is on the PC version, but you can see that these are places that definitely need light. And I would say that you could probably go with windows here to get natural light, but you're still going to need something here, you know, to light up this. If you get anything spawning, you just want to go and redo it. And then of course just put your doors in where they need to be. Just like this. and that's it. So you can see here that there's some places that mobs are spawning. It could also be coming from down here. I did light it up pretty good, but yeah. Anyway, that's all the time I got. Hopefully you guys had no issues with this tutorial. Comment, like, and subscribe, and have a good one. Later.